So here's a story that got my attention because it came directly from a mom on my Facebook page who reached out to me. She was upset that her daughter's teacher talked about the mass shootings over the weekend. It was a terrible Monday to come back to school. It was the first Monday after that deadly, horrific weekend. And she said she felt like she didn't want to address it with her daughter. We had this discussion on Monday. A lot of us didn't want to talk about the reality of this happening, so she didn't. She didn't talk to her young daughter about it. Her daughter goes to school, and her daughter's teacher talks about the mass shootings.
Yeah. That's a little icky. Not a mom, but from that perspective, I will say that even what we're exposed to in media, it gets heavy. And we are so desensitized to a lot of these issues. Think about how many mass shootings we've covered so far. You want to protect the babies and their innocence. And if they didn't come to you and ask about it, I think as a teacher, I would be prepared to answer their questions if they had questions about it. But I don't think I'm bringing it to them. I want them to be on the magic carpet reading Dr. Seuss.
And it also depends on age of the kids and what they can handle. But sometimes other kids bring stuff up. You might not, as a parent, tell your child something. It's almost like the birds and the bees. You hear that all the time. So-and-so says this. And it's like, Mommy, what's that? And all of a sudden, you're not prepared because you weren't ready to have that conversation. And somebody else has had it, or another child has been around something, and they bring that to your child, and then you're forced to have a conversation that you didn't want to have yet.
So this discussion is ongoing on my Facebook page. A lot of people weighing in. So I want to show some of the comments about what people have to say about this. There were really far-reaching points of view. Danny Milner here says, no, 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 no. I want to have that conversation with my child, not the teacher. That could have led to fear or panic at the school. Some people agreed with him, others had really different points of view. The next comment we're seeing here, Stephanie says, what's so wrong? Parents take the pivotal role, teachers offer themselves up as sounding boards. Why would that be wrong? It takes a village. And then we did hear from some teachers as well who had really good opinions on this. I feel it's a parent's responsibility to discuss events like mass shootings. If a student brought it up in class, I reassured them that my job was to keep them safe at all times, and I would certainly do just that. That seemed to reassure them, and we went on to academic topics. We practiced lockdown drills just like we did with fire drills. I think as a mom, it's terrifying that they have to think about having these lockdown drills and active shooter drills. But I think the teacher brings up a good point. This is a reality. And if the kids are coming to the teachers with these questions, how uncomfortable for the teachers to have to figure out what to say in that moment.
So be prepared from that end, but I don't think it should be a conversation that you're initiating. If you hear some kids over in the corner talking about it, or someone inflicting fear as the result of what their parents may have talked to them about, and you're going to get it in waves at different times, but just make sure as the adult in the room, you know how to facilitate a healthy conversation with that one.